Shadrach, and we're at United Contemporary Gallery here in Toronto. This is my show called Trade. My inspiration for this show is exploring the systems of power that have been established in North America that has perpetuated white supremacy and the oppression of black people. I'm exploring the travels of the Black Loyalists, who were freed, formerly enslaved black men who fought for the British against the Americans in the American Civil War. In putting together this show, I used a few models. Some of them are people that I know. This person in this painting is my nephew, Keita Juma, and the other ones are models that I found through photographers. So I was fortunate enough to work with two amazing photographers who were able to find people who could pose for me for my photos. And it was wonderful because we got to work collaboratively to create the shots. The Black Loyalists were promised freedom by the Brits, but sadly the story doesn't really work on a positive note. Those that eventually did make it to Canada made it to different parts of Canada, but primarily I think about 3,000 of them ended up in just outside of Halifax, in an area that is now known as Africville. And Africville is a place that does not have running water, didn't have electricity eventually over time, and it was never really treated as a proper base to live in. The legacy of it is that people weren't actually given deeds for the land that they received, so none of it was actually owned by the people and their future generations. They didn't own any of the land that they were given. One of the images that you see reoccurring in my paintings and in the sculpture is the use of a shovel. And the shovel, I chose a shovel because when some of the Black Loyalists were brought in to fight, they were actually given shovels to dig ditches in lieu of getting guns because they weren't trusted with actual weapons. So the Black Loyalists end up being ditch diggers, cobblers, in some cases blacksmiths. I've included a motif of boxing gloves as well in my sculptural pieces. A lot of what I do explores the notion of black masculinity and strength, and I tie a lot of that to how black bodies are used in sports as well. And so the boxing gloves, the concept of basketball jerseys, these are all symbols of how a lot of black people are deemed as successful in our society, and I want to question who's successful, how do we celebrate those successes, and for whom are they being successful. The show runs from October 2nd to October 23rd here at United Contemporary Gallery. And if you have any questions, you can find more of my work on my website at gordonshadrach.com and on my Instagram, as well as unitedcontemporary.com.